What up? What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Tato the Penguin. Y'all already know what this is. I want to show this every time. I don't know. I feel like somebody's gonna look into this and see like their future. They're gonna see how bright their future is or something. Like they're gonna have like a past regression or something, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, when you held that thing up, I traveled to a bunch of different realms." Especially this part. Wait, this part right here. Come on now. Stop playing. There we go. My sister's outside, or out there going off to some music. I actually am about to go somewhere today and hang out and get some revitalization energy from a good friend of mine and my sister's. But I was moved to do a video in the daylight hours where people can see me. Well, they can't really see me because I'm stuck in the closet. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But I actually was doing a reading for my dad, and he was like, he picked up my oracle deck and he was like, the fuck is this? And I was like, oh, so you interested, huh? He was like, I am interested. Now, I've been doing oracle and tarot card readings for my dad for probably 4 years now. And it's really funny because he has his own deck that he uses when he has questions, and like he talks to his spiritual team and stuff. So it's like, it's really cool because he's he's in on the shits too. But his cards that he pulled were about like being liberated and stepping into your power. And so I thought, oh, well, is that going to be something that I talk about? Maybe, but I have a feeling that what I'm talking about today isn't one topic. So this video is going to reach whoever it needs to reach. Looking you in your soul. I can see you, bruh. I can see you, bruh. When I say bruh, I'm referring to everyone. Like, I'll roll up to people and be like, hey, girl. And I'm talking about anybody. Anybody I refer to. I'm like, hey, girl, that's everybody. Because when I say, hey, girl, I'm really like, what's up, bitch? Like you're with me. Like, this is one of my people. Like, this is my girl. Like, not too much of my girl. Like, that's the feeling. And then when I'm like, what's good, bruh? It's kind of the same thing. So I know that there are people that don't like to be called things that have to do with the like the binary genders. But when I say that, I really am talking to everybody. Every ethnicity, okay? Every cultural experience. If you're seeing this video, I know it sounds cliche, but if you're seeing it, it's for you. Because I don't have, like, I don't know at the time of this video when you're gonna see it. I don't know what my following on YouTube's gonna look like, if I'm even gonna have a following. But this is for you. This is why I don't go to the club. I would love to go back to the club. I don't have like the proper clubbing people these days. But if I'm in the club, I'm hitting one of these. I'm hitting a Tootsie Roll. I'm hitting the I'm hitting those. So if you ever find yourself in the club with me, I'm not dancing to be cute. I came out here to sweat. Okay, this is why we club. No, I'm not here to meet folk. No, I don't want your number. No, you can't have mine. We're here to get it on. Okay, so, rub up my belly. Rub up my belly. What do I got? What do I got? What's in the intuitive system today? What we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? I'm feeling really good today. I'm feeling really good today. I was feeling like kind of sad last night, but I feel liberated. And I feel like if you're watching this, either you want to feel liberated, you are going through the process of being liberated, or you've been liberated and you feel free as fuck. And for those of you who are already liberated, I want to plan a massive party at some point because my abundance is here. I feel it. I feel it as though like I feel the organs in my body. Well, except my gallbladder, because that had to be taken out because your girl was misusing the bottle. But I want to throw a massive party, and I want to like send out an invite to everybody and be like, yo, if you feel good and you feel liberated and you're just here to have a good time, show the fuck up. Let's have a good time. Anytime I see creators, like one of my favorite creators on YouTube is Berlin. He and his sister Brittany, I love them. They're hilarious. And they have like a really great sibling energy, and it reminds me of my own siblings. I have a sister who has 3 kids. I have a brother, and then I have another sister, and I am the oldest of 4. I know that might be information that nobody was really looking for, but if anybody's looking at me and be like, why is she acting like that? And then they're like, oh, she's the oldest child, you know, okay, yeah. 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Oh, 5 minutes and 5 seconds, which means somebody who's watching this video is an oldest child. And you might actually be an oldest child of 4, but I'm getting maybe oldest child of 2? Maybe? This is weird. Whenever creators are like, I'm getting that it's this person, I'm like, ain't nobody believe that shit. You ain't talking to nobody. You in your room talking to yourself, damn it. But I get it. I get it now. Like, come to the weird side. We got baked potatoes, and sometimes we got cookies, and those cookies, they ain't no normal cookies, homie. We having a good time with those cookies. I'm feeling really good today. I don't know why. The vibe is amazing. Actually, I do know why. So, if you are feeling liberated, man, again, the party. I want to throw a massive party. I want to have all kinds of stuff there. Like, I'm trying to have some drinks. I'm trying to have some soju on deck. I'm trying to have, I want to be fancy. I want, like, champagne. Like, I don't know if I can get champagne imported, but I want champagne imported. A very, very good friend of mine has this is not sponsored by any means, but I love hyping my own people and hyping people that I know, because this is one of the reasons I believe I as a soul came back here, was to hype other people. So in not a lot of my videos, see, in the other video I was talking, in the other video, I was talking about the fact that I had allowed a lot of people to have access to my womb. And I thought about it afterwards, and I was like, you said a lot, but it's not been that many. It's not been that many, but I say a lot, and I don't really mean a lot, but it's hard. Again, this could be the autism, the potential autism. I'd be looking at myself in the camera like, who is she? Who is she with the wig? A really good friend of mine, actually, if you live in Tennessee and you are anywhere near Nashville, or you are going through Nashville, look up online Mirat Rum, M-I-R-A-T. The company is called Mirat, and it is a rum, and it is the smoothest, most delicious 7 minutes and 23 seconds as I'm saying this. It's one of the best rums that I have ever had. I love it. I put it in fucking everything. I put it in cranberry juice, only if you're of age. Only if you're of age. Only if you're of age. Man, Tato the Penguin, why would you say that people should get this rum when you had all these problems in the past? Because I don't have those problems anymore. We've done healing, baby. We've worked, baby. We've gone through the hard and the dry times, baby. And I like to support my friends. So my friend, he and his good friend, they own this company, and they have this rum called Mirat. I'm going to see if there's any way I can link it in the description. If you are in Nashville or if you're in Tennessee, go get this and have a drink. Have an amazing drink. In fact, I think they do like special like drinks at the places where it's sold. It can be like mixed in and made like they might have a specialty drink. I don't know how that shit works, but you owe it to yourself to get some. I finished up my bottle. This was post the alcohol issues. Okay, I had done the healing. I had done the work. I had my bottle, and it sat next to my PC, and whenever I would be playing a video game, I'd be like, oh my gosh, finally, end of the day, it's time to play some Borderlands and drink a shot of Mirat, and then, just go at it. And I loved it. So, you owe it to yourself. If you are a person who likes rum or you like mixed drinks, get yourself some Mirat. Go do that. Again, this isn't sponsored. He has no idea that I'm doing that. I don't even think he knows that I do videos. If you happen to find out, hey buddy, yes, shameless plug for your company. Anyways, I am feeling, liberated libations. Okay, celebration. I'm feeling really good. Okay, where am I? What am I doing? I want to have a big party. I want to have a big party for everybody who is feeling good, who has done the work, who has worked on themselves, and who's really like, man, if 2024 you really worked on yourself, good job. Good job. If I knew you, I would send you potentially a video of those amazing women, all those women who were like cheering for you. I got it last night from a friend of mine who I actually used to work with, and he sent me a video and it was like, send this video to a woman that you're proud of. And I busted a mean ass tear. I was there in the bed awesome. Thank you. Because I oftentimes don't know the impact I have on other people's lives. It's something that I don't think about all the time. But since I've started, like, my spiritual journey, really locked it in, I have started to become aware of the people who I speak to 10 minutes and 23 seconds as I'm saying this. I have really locked into, there are people who let me know, I hear what you say, and I internalize what you say, and I think about it, and I mull it over, and I chew it up, and I taste it. Expert. We're talking 5-star conversation here. And they they take it into themselves and they're like, yeah, I use this. Thank you. Your opinion matters. And while I don't think my opinion super duper matters, other people think my opinion matters. So if you're watching this and you're feeling liberated, or you're about to go through liberation, or you're going through the process of liberation, you must be somebody who people's opinion, your opinion matters. And for some of you, you don't think so because people don't tell you. I just found out recently, a good friend of mine, my bestie who I'm always talking about, hey girl, she sent me something, and she was talking about RSD, which is rejection sensitivity disorder, which I didn't know was a thing. But essentially it's very common in people with ADHD that the act of being rejected by another person causes them serious emotional pain. So I used to hear people be like, well, how come women don't tell men that they like them? Or how come this guy can't stand up and talk to his crush and tell her that he likes her? Well, not saying that this is the reason, because, rejection's hard for everybody, I think. I mean, it's harder for some than it is for others. Some people, like me, at this point in my life, I'm not so scared of rejection because I'm kind of in my weird days. So I'm like, if you reject me, that's great. It just means that you're moved out of the way so that something better can come along. Like, we gotta free up space, you know what I'm saying? But so if you do have this, if you do have rejection sensitivity disorder, 12 minutes and 12 seconds as I'm saying this, I do not personally feel that experience, but you are so valid. You are so valid, okay? I'm so sorry that you've experienced rejection that hurt that bad, that literally took you out, and you felt like that was it and you were not coming back from that. You can come back from that. You are incredibly strong. Oh my gosh, I'll say this until I am on my deathbed, maybe playing like Mario Party or something on my deathbed with a little glass of Mirat. And I'm like, bye world, smell my ass. That was from, where was that from? I think that was from American Dad. Love that show. Favorite cartoon show of all times is Bob's Burgers. I don't know if I've said this in another video. I love Bob's Burgers. I love Bob Belcher. I love Linda Belcher and their kids. Jean, Louise, and Tina, I love them. And I was dating this one guy a while ago, and we weren't really dating. It was more of like a hookup situation. And he was like, I'm just here for a good time. And I was like, I'm just here for a good time, but I also want to find love. So I was in that situation, and I was like, he said something about Bob's Burgers. I was like, oh my God, I love Bob's Burgers. Like, I was in the front seat. I went off for probably a good 5 minutes, and he goes, how come every black girl that I date likes Bob's Burgers? I was like, first off, you could have found a different way to ask that question, hailing from the mountains of Caucasus as he was. And I, at the time, was like, I don't know. Like, have you asked them? Like, I got super defensive. But then I thought about it afterwards, and I was like, why do I like Bob's Burgers? And for those of you who don't get the hype, like, you don't understand it, or some of you may have partners who love Bob's Burgers. I love this, by the way. I love playing with this and straightening it in the video. So if anybody's like, you could just use a bobby pin, I could do that, but then I wouldn't have anything to fuck with while I'm doing the videos. I need things. I need stuff. Ooh, I can't wait to have some fake nails again, because they're not tapping on everything. But for those of you who don't get the hype, Bob's Burgers for me represents what my family was going through. We're talking about a family who's dealing with money problems. We're talking about a family that they're constantly, like, Linda is constantly having to do really crazy stuff with their finances, bouncing checks so that this payment can go through. The kids are all close. They're very close. And in a lot of adult shows, the siblings are not close. They're close in some episodes, but there's no support there. And I actually am very close to my siblings, and I love them, and I care about them. Yeah, we had the bully times. You know, yeah, we had the I was being an asshole to my little brother, you know, and now he's, what, 6'2", 6'3", like, that dude's tall. I rolled up to him the other day and I was like, he was like his head's up here, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. I'ma still take you out to this day. And then he just looked down on me and I was like, no, please don't hurt me. But like, all of that happened, but we are close. Like, I love the fuck out of my siblings. I want them so happy. I want them to succeed in life. I want everything for them. In the same way, oddly enough, that I want everything for you guys. I want you guys to come out of the shadows. I want you guys to drop limiting beliefs and limiting people. You know, some of you are like, I need to lose weight. What you need to lose is the person you with. And I'm talking to everybody. Some of you dudes out here like, man, you know, I'm not feeling too good. You know, I got my stomach, you know, maybe it's my IBS. No, it's that chick who you dealing with. She draining the life out of you, sir. There's a woman over here who loves you at the size you are, and she's not looking for you to drop weight. And she loves you. She loves herself a chubby guy. And she's over here on the sidelines like, I wonder if he'll ever notice me. So, throwing that out there. Just throwing out everything. We're being liberated. I'm talking to everybody from every ethnicity. Like, we're just out here speaking our truth, I suppose. I think we as a collective are upon that. We are upon that. And I've said this in other videos too. Let's see. What else I got? I have a feeling I interrupt myself a lot in these, and it's because my brain, literally, when I describe my brain to people, I'm like, it's like a beautiful stained glass window in a cathedral that's been shattered, and the pieces are just all over the ground, and my attention is like a little ray of light that's just bouncing from each thing. Like, it's just going all the way around. So I apologize to those of you who watch these and I'm like on a roll and then I interrupt myself and you're like, no, where's the rest? The rest will probably come in other videos. I'm sorry to leave you with a cliffhanger and a to be continued, but that's just how my brain works, and I don't know what that is. Anyways, yes, to those of you who have rejection sensitivity disorder, I'm so sorry that you've been through that and that is an experience that you go through. However, you are strong enough to overcome that. You are. You're very strong. Human beings are some of the strongest, most, like we're so strong and we're so frail, and I think that's so fucking beautiful, because in the same way that a person can go through immense trauma, and some of you watching this have been through unspeakable trauma that I cannot identify with, and to those of you that have, if you are watching this video, you're doing it because you're watching this video. It's worked out enough for you to be here watching this video right now. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. For those of you who have been through really any level of trauma, because one of the things I get tired of hearing is people comparing their trauma. I only, I went through this, but it's not as bad as this person's. Or a person saying, well, I went through this and this person wasn't giving me my time, even though my shit was worse. No, trauma is trauma, and everybody has it. Everybody has some form of trauma. Everybody. I haven't met a perfect person. I mean, if I do meet a perfect person, I don't even know what that'll be like. I feel like they'll take my soul, because that's not a human being right there. That's a fucking alien. Because a perfect person? Get out of here. That's not what we came back here to do. If we were gonna be perfect, we would have just stayed in the collective. Why even come back and do this thing called Earth? Why sign up for these avatars that are flawed, that have eczema, that have a bunch of scarring? Why would we have avatars that, be shitting on each other because of the color of our skin? Why would you sign up for something like that if you wanted to be perfect? You wouldn't, because that's dumb. It's like, well, the soul has no logic. That is true. And my whole team is looking at me right now on some, like, that's how they be looking at me. A lot of them are taller than me. Except Ethel. Except Ethel. Come on now. Don't be stuck. La 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 la. It's really funny because Ethel, my protective Black Widow spider, she actually reminds me a lot of Tactical Grandma, and I've been watching a lot of her recently. I feel like I should put her in the description too, but you could literally just go on YouTube. Actually, you could put it in the search bar. This is what I'll do. I'll be watching YouTube videos, and then I'll just go up to the search bar and type in something that somebody recommends, and then click back down to the video. So it's in your search bar, so that when the video is over, you can just hit search. So Tactical Grandma, she's funny, and she games, and she's been playing Call of Duty since like the first Call of Duty came out, and she's amazing. Watching her play really heals something in my soul. I be watching her shorts all the time because she'll run into really like wholesome situations, and then there's some situations where she runs into really rude dudes who just be cussing her out for no reason, and I'll be like, damn, what's happening? What's going on in your bowels? What's happening in your microbiome that you feel the need to hop on a game and immediately shit on other people? Maybe that's why. Maybe have we not considered that potentially the reason why ain't shit people hop on video games and shit on other people is because that's the only way that they can actually get that out? Like, they are going through their life constipated, and hopping into lobbies with other people and shitting on their gameplay is the only way that they can clear out their bowels. Like, if they don't, they're walking around every day, and all that hate for self just sits inside of them and turns to bile and kills them from the inside. That's a crazy thought. It's probably not that crazy of a thought. 21 minutes and 23 seconds as I say that. It's not that crazy of a thought. Pride. I'm very, very proud of you if you are putting work in. And if you're not putting work in, right? And not just putting the work in, but again, the rejection sensitivity disorder, that finding that out was really interesting. I love learning new things about stuff, by the way. So if anybody has anything that has to do with mental health, mental illness, ways to cope, people that you can reach out to, I prefer if people put in my comments free resources, because I, as a person who currently is not like paying for a lot of things, I'm big on collecting information to share with other people who might need it. So if you have any free resources at all, put like in a comment down under this video what that resource is, if you can. I know a lot of people don't like typing a lot, but put that resource down there. 22 minutes and 23 seconds as I say that. Put that down there because somebody watching this video in the future may need that. They might be really struggling in life, and your free resource may help them. Again, anything about mental health, any articles about psychology, anything free about, if there's anything free about educational opportunities for people, particular people who want to become doctors, that's weird. That came out of nowhere. So if anybody's watching this video and they want to become a doctor, or they have information that is free that can help somebody who is looking to become a doctor, put that in the comments. That'll be interesting to come back and see what that's about. That came out of nowhere. That had to be a download, because that was not me. I don't be thinking about doctors like that. I mean, have you seen healthcare? I know y'all have been seeing those videos about what happened with United Healthcare. I have no comment. I do have comments, but I'm gonna keep them comments to myself. That's for a podcast. That's for a podcast gang. Bitch, you only done 7 videos. You over here talking about some motherfucking podcast. No, I'm kidding. We're not doing that just yet. Maybe. But I'm really proud of you guys. Those of you who are realizing that you are not your best self, and really your best self isn't somebody who like you're constantly having to hammer away like with a hammer and chisel. I know in another video that's kind of what it sounded like, but if you're watching this video, the thing about self-work is you're doing it so that you have a better quality of life. The self-work is not being done because you are not good and the goal is for you to be perfect. A lot of y'all out there have the problem that I have had in the past, which is you use shadow work, therapy, and self-work as a distraction from sitting in your feelings and actually experiencing them. I see you. I see you. You cannot escape, my friend. I mean, you could probably escape from this video, but spirit's gonna get you. I'ma get you. I'ma get you. Like Zeke from Bob's Burgers. Yo, go to show. I would love to do voiceover content for Bob's Burgers. Bro, that would be dope. Oh my God, new dream unlocked. I would love to do voiceover work. I think that'd be so fun. That'd be incredible. But this isn't about me. My spiritual team's like, yes, it 100% is about you. In the same way that it's about us. You're here with me. It's the two of us. We're doing this together. So, or all of us as a community, as a collective, we're doing this together. Yeah. The work that you're doing on yourself, you're not doing because you need to be better, because that will make you deserving. You are deserving as you are right now of love, of attention, of affection, of being taken care of being supported, of being felt, of being understood, of being experienced. You deserve those things already where you sit. I don't know how you're sitting. Some of you might be sitting in a really weird way. I'd be sitting in really weird ways sometimes. So you are already deserving. And I know some people are like, this person doesn't deserve this. If you're sitting in your space talking about what people do and don't deserve, let me see your track record of all the perfect decisions you've made. And by perfect, I mean perfect, as in you made the best decision every single time. And you are just a flawlessly good human being. If anybody really thinks that, be careful, because Rose is out here doxing people, so be careful. But yeah, you're doing it so that you can have a better quality of life. And when you are good in yourself, then you overflow. You want to give. When I tell you, when I'm in a partnership, like with my sister, like any relationship that I'm in, when people give to me and I have already given to myself, I overflow and I want to give more. And I think that's why the abundance that is mine is here already, because I am meant to give. I am meant to be fed into, like a little receptacle, and then to give. So it's like anything that happens. So if I'm with somebody and they're with me and they're feeding me anything, I am super locked in to my divine feminine, and the divine feminine takes in energy and she then showers that shit right back onto you. And some of you are already like that. And some of you need to start taking notice. Just be aware. Excuse me, burp. It doesn't have to be like you're writing it down for real, but some of you need to be aware of when you're giving and when you're receiving. So when people give you compliments, you're receiving. If somebody offers to help you with something, you're receiving. There's a lot of things that count as receiving. And when you are giving of yourself time, advice, information, money, rides to people, letting people borrow your clothes, a couple people here need to be aware of how much you are giving and how much you're receiving. Part of the reason you're so tired is because you're giving, you're overextending, and you need to reel that back in and allow yourself to give to yourself and then allow people to give to you. Also, for some of you, stop making like comments to try to sidestep being given to. It is natural law. The law of giving and receiving is a law. It is important that that is balanced. So there are some of you who do not like receiving gifts because of how it makes you feel. I would say go ahead right now and in your phone or in a journal or talking to yourself out loud, why do you not like receiving gifts? Dig down into that because that's something that is worth looking into for somebody watching this video. Why do you not like receiving gifts? Because receiving something with gratitude and receiving something should be a positive experience. If you don't like receiving because the people who are giving you things are trying to manipulate you, that makes sense why you would not like it. But it's not that you don't like receiving. It's that you don't like receiving from people who have an ulterior motive. So you actually do like receiving. It's just you want to receive with not having people trying to hold you to shit. So yes, so that I'm very, very proud of the people who are aware of where they're at, aware that they need help, reach out to people, get the help that you need. Now is the time to speak up and to speak out and be bold about what you want, about where you're at, about what you're tired of. Okay? So this may be a different collective from the other collective I was talking to a couple videos ago where I was on some show up for yourself. You are a leader. People see you. But a bunch of you that are watching this video, people do see you. And you guys are shining really brightly and you're like, no, the fuck I'm not. I'm just existing. Light just exists, bruh. That's how it works. Like, you don't have to be doing things. Sometimes you being present Like, I have a lot of quiet people who I know who they'll come to like a group gathering and they're just sitting there, but when they get up to go to the bathroom, where'd such and such go? We notice. We notice because energy does that. When you come with good energy, you don't have to be doing shit, okay? People notice. All right, so I'm at 30 minutes. Let me be patient and see if there's anything else before I go and put these clothes on and go hang out for the day. Also, it's Friday the 13th. Fucking metal. Let's go. I'm here for Friday the 13th because 13 is actually a really cool number because in numerology, 1 is like new beginnings, leadership, 3, harmony, like unity, and then the 2 of those make 4, and 4 is good foundations, like solid foundations, planning for the future. Ooh, bestie, gotta call you back because I know you called me and you were like, hey, yo, we gotta talk. And I was like, hey, yo, I'm about to do an oracle read for my dad. And then right after I did that, I was like, I gotta do this video. Like, I got downloads immediately. I was getting downloads on downloads on downloads. So this is what we're doing. This is where we're at. Ha, ha, ha. It's a lot happening. Okay, feel the belly. Feel the belly. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Go see her. Somebody watching this video, go see her. I don't know who she is. Go see her. You've been thinking about her a lot, and you should go see her. Maybe your mom? I'm getting mother. I'm getting maternal figure. So go see your mom. For somebody who's been thinking about debating whether or not they were going to go see their mom. Go see your mom. Oh, okay. So I'm talking to anybody who is supposed to go see a woman or a girl in particular. Like, if you're supposed to go, or if you've been debating going and talking to somebody about something, and I'm really getting that this is a masculine energy. So I'm getting that this is a guy or a masculine presenting person, that you have a female or a feminine presenting person in mind right now that you are wanting to talk to or considering talking to, or they called you and you were like, I ain't calling them back. Cause I'd be doing that. I'd be looking at phone calls. I'll let that shit go to voicemail immediately. I'd be like, block, block, block. No, I'm just kidding. I don't block people like that. I don't block people. I just don't be answering the phone. But yes, so if you've been debating on that, go do that. If you don't have a journal, go buy a journal. Go buy a journal or open up a journal app in your phone and start journaling. You owe it to yourself. Whatever journey that you are on right now, I hope that didn't super buzz and get like, oh, my tattoo artist just responded to my comment. Yo, if you live in Boston, Massachusetts, figure out where Pino Bros Inc. is, because I think they just moved into Harvard Square, into the mall that's in Harvard Square. You owe it to yourself. Go see them. And if you're into like really weird tattoos and stuff, go see Ian. Go see him. He did a majority of my work. He did a majority of it. Like, he didn't do this. This was new. But he did this. I'm gonna have to do a tattoo tour at some point. Ooh, maybe not. That might be a bad idea. That might be a Patreon thing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jokes aside, go see him. He's so dope. He's such a cool person. Like, I have never met a tattoo artist that dope. Go see him. His name is Ian. Pino Bros, I think, is still the name of the shop. That I will link below. I'm gonna remember that, okay? Pino Bros. I don't know if I can link that. I think I can link their Instagram. I can link his. I'm linking his Instagram in this. Go see him if you live in Boston, because he's dope. But yes, you owe it to yourself. Go get a journal. Go get a journal, get on your notes app or something, and make a note of where you're at and the decisions that you're making right now, because the future version of yourself, as you're doing things, you're going to start wavering and you're going to start being like, whoa, am I crazy? Am I dumb? Like, are these the right decisions? And at this point in time that I am talking to somebody, you are making the decision to be better for yourself and to do better for yourself. So that journaling is going to help you. There's so many times where I'm like, this isn't real. I'm not actually doing this. I'm crazy. And then I will go and look in my journal and see all of the crazy, illogical stuff that's lined up for me. And that brings me out of it. I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot that I didn't even apply to this job and I got an interview. That's happened to me like 2 or 3 times. where I have not applied for a job, I did not apply. I don't know how they got my resume. Because usually they'll tell you, we saw your resume on Monster, we saw your resume on Indeed. But there have been interviews that I've been called into and they were like, yeah. And I'm like, how did y'all find my resume? And they're like, oh, somebody was looking around online and I guess they came, like they must have gone to like your LinkedIn or your page and found it. And I'm like, okay, so somebody was really looking that hard? Because recruiters, like these days, don't be looking that hard. I know some of you in the comments are going to be like logicking it up and be like, it's probably the algorithm. Bro, fuck out of here. Anyways, yes, get a journal, my love. Get a journal. Baby, you owe it to yourself so that you can look back and be like, is this how dope I am? I'm all about self-love, baby. Love on yourself. Like actually, like, mwah. Mwah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, not like vanity, but like a healthy love for yourself. And I know some of you are like, oh, I'm disgusting. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. I know this is a serious reality for a lot of people, actually. But you as a human being, you are here against all odds. You are watching this video, okay? Against all odds, you're watching this video. You have worth. You have value. You have worth and you have value. And there's a lot of love for you in the spiritual. And there's a lot of love for you here in the physical. But if you're feeling really bad about yourself, it's often quick that our brains will lock on to things that we're focusing on. So if you're focusing on how shit you are, of course you're going to hear comments about it. Of course you're going to see things outside of you that are confirming how shit you are. So I would say, please, 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 start. Start simply by looking in a mirror in the day if you can and saying, okay, you look kind of cute today. Or something small that is believable for you, and just start having a habit of whenever you go into a bathroom, whenever you look at your reflection in a mirror or like a business office or somebody's car that you pass. So what if there's somebody in there? They can't do nothing about that. You're allowed to look at your reflection and things and just give yourself some love. Talk to you nice. Talk to you nice. Talk to you how your lover would talk to you. Because the universe at the end of the day is your lover. I've never felt more loved in my life. I think now I feel the most love I've ever felt. This is the longest video I've done, and I think I learned my lesson last night when I stopped that video super early. And they were like, bitch, we didn't tell you to stop. And I was like, ooh, sorry. Mabby. Okay, I think that's all I have. Y'all already know. We finna check our belly in these videos. Okay, I love you. I love you so much. I might do another video tonight. I might not. We're gonna see. It's a surprise. I'm gonna be up there like, hi. I'm gonna have a little coffee. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't see you there. Oh, so extra. So extra, but I love it. The theatrics make life worth living. Okay, I love you. Bye.